what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life. They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life. What it is, man. We got episode 253, Coach Class Pod. Continue subscribing. I want to thank y'all because we got the 250 subscribers this week. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, Zay, not a guest, the third piece of Coach Class Podcast, cooking shit up per usual. Thank y'all again. Keep like, rating, subscribing. Keep commenting. Keep doing everything. We love that. It's great engagement. It just feels good. That's what we in it for. We trying to respond to every comment right now. We always gotta say, anytime that my brother is missing, big shout out to Rich, man. Yes. That's my man's. It was an unfortunate event. We miss you. We can't wait till you get back. I love you, bro.
He's good, though.
He's good.
He's good.
Yeah, I don't want it to sound like no crazy shit, but I get emotional because I'll be looking forward to doing that, spending that time with my brother and my other brother. Yeah. You know what I mean? Weekly. So,
and we also,
we gonna have Rich back ASAP.
Don't want to cut you. I could feel you because I feel the same way about Rich, and that's why you was like, man, it's unfortunate because this was a big weekend for all of us.
Yes, big build
because it was a big fight weekend. You know how we are about the fights.
Fight heads.
Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, great undercard under, and y'all will get that breakdown. And we were all been looking forward to John Wick 4.
John Wick 4.
So we was looking for it this week.
This week we were
for like a month plus.
It might have been 2 months. Whenever they released the date for both events, you feel me? The fight and John Wick 4, we was like, nigga, we on that shit.
So definitely salute to Rich. And Rich, salute to Rich because whenever Rich miss be like, yo, just y'all, I know y'all gonna do y'all thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So he don't even he know we gonna
the Justice Warrior, he's only standing for what's right. Yeah. My man coming through the hallway like something's in the way. Well now. Shout out to Rich, man. We're gonna have you back next week, man. I can't wait to hear what you've been watching.
We gotta touch on a couple of these
briefly. We gotta retap in. We gotta retap inwardly on a lot of different developments.
And let me say this off rip because I'm normally behind, and I'll give my little thanks behind, but I don't be in front too much. I like for y'all to be in front.
I appreciate you.
But I want to say personally, salute to everybody who's subscribing, engaging, commenting, reaching out to Mike, reaching out to me. Some people talking to like people behind the scenes, like, yo, salute to y'all doing this, or this is funny, or people. I've had people hit me that I don't even really personally know and be like, yo, y'all doing y'all thing, like,
thank you.
It means a lot, the engagement and the likes and stuff like that. They help out with the videos. Our videos have been doing very solid numbers, especially the start of this year. I know I made an adjustment. Everybody else has constantly been improving and looking at. We talk about this stuff all the time. How can we improve week to week?
That's what
and
we're
spreading
doing.
Positivity. We don't focus on the negative stuff. We really like. We hope people that come through and stuff and show love do well. We want people. We thank everybody for all the positive stuff we say, and we believe in what we doing. We treating this.
100%.
Listen, I want to say personally for y'all, I know how y'all are, and we all graduating in our personal lives.
Yes,
and are doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So like when we come up here, it's not just shoot and go. Like I know my process of editing, I set stuff to the side to do it. I know Mike we've been here and Mike get calls for this and this and that. And we know what Rich is doing with his full-time on the side. Like
the guy.
So people, we working, so we love what we actually do. I love what I do. I love the behind the scenes process and what I work with. And I love working with Mike and Rich all the time on this.
Appreciate
and
you.
And the numbers this year, they were solid. It was cool last year, but like the growth, the first almost 3 months full this year has been
thank y'all
great. So just salute to everybody. Thank y'all. I just personally want to say thank y'all while I'm on this camera. I know I'll be on again eventually at some point with all three of us and stuff like that. But thank y'all, everybody. Salute to everybody, like I said, who's just in the DMs or personally hit me, or people that ran into me in public. You wouldn't even. I'd be kind of surprised. I'm like, that's crazy. Like so, and people we don't know that be commenting like it's crazy. It's mad crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, and thank you again, bro.
No,
this is just greatness.
Yeah.
And to backtrack on a topic from last week, there was one menu item at KFC that was halfway decent when we was young.
You gonna shoot him some bail?
Nah, yeah, I'm basically because I forgot about this 100%. You probably forgot about them too.
What's up?
It's two menu items. So I brought it up at the barbershop. I think it was Nate, Roy, and then I saw Ant tweeted about it. One of the items. You remember they had the like honey barbecue, like fried wingettes.
Yeah. Oh,
those were good.
I think we mentioned this on Did we send some? I sent you this, or you sent me this, or something like that?
I think I sent it to you during the week, but Ant was the first person I saw it from on Twitter.
Okay.
And shout out to Big Pod. And then the chicken pot pies. I forgot about them. They used to be good.
But Popeyes actually sold some too, didn't they?
I can't remember if Popeyes did, but I remember I used to get the chicken pot pie. That joint was good.
That was like some 90s stuff.
Yeah, that was the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. They might have it now, but it's probably jazzed up on some weird stuff now.
I don't know. Yeah.
It probably got bacon, onions, and some other weird shit.
They got Beyond Meat in it or something.
Yeah.
Beyond be all right. Impossible I don't do with the Beyond, because you know my lady, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, shout out to the health journey. I'm going to stop being ignorant in
but you know I like
discredit and stuff like that.
I like my steaks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you Steakhouse Steve. That's Steakhouse Steve right there, champ. My man said, yo, I got another steak. Yo, you put me on, what's the guy you put me on YouTube, yo, that be aging everything?
Guga Foods.
Yo, why do you age every steak, bro?
Yo.
He's obsessed.
Them aged steaks, yo.
He has an obsession.
They be hitting, yo.
I like the young dude he has. Whenever they taste it, he be mad as shit when
his nephew. It's his nephew.
Yeah.
He stole one of his like really good steaks one time. He's like, yo, I know he's not gonna like this, but I want to make one, yo. He took it out the freezer. It was a nice one, but he be cooking, yo. You know what I mean?
Man. That shit is fire.
So we did a separate, and that's coming out, a full-fledged review of John Wick 4.
John Wick 4 review.
Won't say too much.
We just saw it today.
Not going to say too much. Please watch that video as well. Trust me, we go in depth. It's a lot in it. It's going to be
very
long,
in depth.
but definitely watch it.
And this week, don't watch if you haven't seen it.
Spoilers.
Everything. We spoiling everything.
Spoilers galore.
Niggas just saw it and was way too excited.
We had to get it in. So
way
heavy
too
spoiler
excited.
alerts. One question I wanted to ask you though that we didn't mention in there is, because I'm gonna spoil it because we both love the movie. I'll say that much right now. Watch the review again, but we both loved it.
Phenomenal film.
Do you believe it's better than the Matrix series? Now we have 4 movies apiece.
100% yes. 100% yes. And I love the Matrix. The first 2 Matrixes changed my life and changed the way I watch movies. But we got really deep into it on the breakdown, the way they've progressively gotten better. What other film, where it's 4 of them, have you seen where the 4th one is the best one by far? And we did the breakdown in our review on as far as the order in which we like the films. And I said, off of just seeing it today, 4, 2, 1, and 3. So, you know, and a lot of people like 3, but 4 was out of control. Great characters, great everything. Excellent film. Glad I got to see it with my broski here.
Right.
Shit was fire, though.
It was fun to see. Personally, me, I think I'm willing to go, it's better than The Matrix. The Matrix was monumental in a lot of ways and changed the film industry for a lot of different reasons. But this John Wick, I think is introduced, like I said, neo-noir is like my favorite genre. And like I say in the the review, they did it at the highest of highest levels. And I think with this 4th one, the way action is shot, sound, story, building up the story, I think it's going to be monumental in changing it.
It's changing everything.
When people see this, they haven't
got to
seen it.
step your shit up, bro.
Oh my! And we saw it in IMAX, so it
step your shit
big.
up, bro.
Yeah,
every scene looked perfect.
You know, one of the common denominators in some way.
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, very limited dialogue, and
Lawrence Fishburne added into it as well.
And Zay alluded to his kind of suspect nunchuck wielding skills.
Yeah.
But that's the only odd part of the film.
He still got busy with it. He still got busy with it.
Throw it around the neck, straight start shooting people up close.
Yeah.
That has the most range, most close range kills as well in that film. Like, I'm like, damn.
Wow.
How many people got shot in the head point blank in that film?
Maybe
on estimation.
It might be 200.
Yo said, I'm going to give it a fair number, 97. 97.
People was flying in the air getting clapped.
Yo, that shit was hard. When the accident happened, and
Yeah, we don't want. Yeah, watch the review.
Watch the review. We was about to go off again for another
hour. Watch the review. Watch the review, yo. Because
nah, that shit was greatness.
Yeah.
Oh, in a real far sidebar, I gotta give a shout out to one of my little guys out here doing this thing on YouTube. My homegirl has a son that gets her two sons, they're twins. They get their hair cut before mine. I'm not going to divulge their name because they're I didn't talk with their mom. And, you know, I would have her part.
Absolutely.
But he has a YouTube channel. He's an aspiring director, and he wants to be a voice actor in like Disney and things of that nature.
That's dope.
It's called Super Mario Carter with no spaces. So Super Mario Carter and Karter. No spaces. Follow him on YouTube. Like, this is the guy I was telling you about. I'm like, yo, it's a young dude. Like, he really want to be a director.
Okay. Yeah.
He be writing his own scripts. Bro be having, like, the Mario plush dolls, like, recording it, like, doing scenes.
Yeah.
Writing dialogue for each of the characters, and he's young, yo. Like,
that's
probably
fine.
10.
I like. That's so dope.
9 or 10 years old, keep doing your thing. I told you I was going to give you a shout-out, so you getting your shout-out, bro.
That's love. Salute to him. Keep doing that. I love to hear that. That's fly, yo.
Hella
At
hard.
that age, that's so
and you know I brought
dope.
him up a couple times, yo.
Yeah,
like,
you did,
that
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
yo, that shit hard,
dope,
yo. That's creativity on another level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, most kids want to play video games. Bro really trying direct, get his art out here. So I subscribe to his YouTube channel, and you know everybody else tap in.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check it out. That's I love that's something I like that.
Yeah,
that's really fly.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool kid. Yeah.
Oh, yo, did you see Cam had a pro day?
Nah, I didn't. For XFL?
No.
Oh,
but get into that.
Okay.
But he had put like a promo video. And was like, there ain't 32 mother effing quarterbacks better than me. So, Cam do the whole promo. What's the name? He's like, I'm going to be at a pro day tomorrow. So he threw at I think it was the Auburn pro day. I don't want to get that part wrong, but he threw at a pro day.
Honest?
What's up?
If Lamar leaves the Ravens, yo, that's a cheap option we should take, yo. I think he might be able to. Yo, he better than what's out here, yo. And we better not overpay some scrub, yo. Yo, at least.
But you got to remember, y'all got a Pro Bowl as a backup.
Yeah.
Yo.
Nah. Cam Newton is better than Snoop. Cam Newton is better than Snoop, yo. I'm sorry. Keep it a bean, yo.
But what I mean,
granted, he hasn't been in the league for.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Snoop kind.
What is he? 33?
I think 33 or 34, maybe. We
could get 1 year out of him.
I seen it. They did like
nigga. We signed Aguilar, yo. We could sign him too.
Salute the nitty gritty. Salute to my boy Nick. And salute to them, period. I just want a real quick salute. They out there working. They had episode 300.
Nitty Gritty Sports Talk.
Coming up.
Follow them boys.
Drop or whatever.
Nick, Skull, Keys, Keith. Keep cooking.
Putting in work, yo. Love what they doing. I'm watching the growth on the Twitter page. I'm watching the interactions on the Twitter. It just keeps growing.
Nick is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Hilarious. So, but yeah, they be getting on that Nelson Aguilar joint all week. I know you saw that, yo.
It's because you got to think, we had niggas like John Brown, Steve Smith happened to pan out. Like, we always get the guy like after.
But he was always kind of sus too. Like, it wasn't like he was like Steve Smith was.
Sometimes
they get dogs that's kind of on the down end, but he was never really a dog.
Yeah.
Like,
what show we got from Dallas that was cocky and didn't get no receptions and still was acting cocky? He was here for 1 year, yo. Literally like 2 years ago.
I don't remember.
Y'all gonna be mad. He gonna be really mad I forgot his name because he was a big name on Dallas, yo.
I can't remember right now. But, but Cam, he threw. They said, I saw a couple bad joints that he overthrew the target, and then I saw a couple. They showed that one joint where he threw an amazing football. They say he looked cool. He looked good. He don't look bad. But the problem is he going to get would a team be willing to invest in making him the starter? I don't think that's going to happen again. But would he be willing to accept the backup role? I don't think he's willing to accept the backup role. That's just not his makeup, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, definitely not.
So that's why it's going to be tough to see if he's going to be properly placed on a team or not.
But he's better than a lot of guys.
No,
right now.
I don't think there are 32 starting quarterbacks that are better than him. But it's also like when you bring Cam in, I don't think anybody's willing to try to make him the franchise.
Yeah.
They would probably want him as a bridge guy. And once you bring him in, you can't really have him as a bridge guy because he got the magnetism that people in the locker room was always going to rock with him. Even if he's not playing that great, that's the type of person he is. So it's going to be difficult. So I don't know if he's going to come back. But
I agree. And the
XFL still wouldn't be bad, Cam.
Facts. You could get the biggest bag from them too. And the ex-Cowboy receiver I was saying was Dez Bryant. I couldn't think of his name to save my life.
But he did officially play for the Ravens? I don't even remember.
He did, yo.
I know
he caught like one reception.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He caught like one
crazy.
reception.
He did.
Like maybe one or two.
He did.
Willie Snead was getting way more grabs than him. I mean, but, it's okay.
I don't want to get too in depth with it because it's fresh and it's not a lot known. But I feel like it wouldn't be right to not say anything because we love all the movies he's been in.
Yeah.
And the two, we've been waiting on the Ant-Man joint and the Creed and all of that. And they just announced Magazine Dreams, which I heard behind it when he's an amateur bodybuilder, is coming out in December. And I heard a lot of good stuff for that joint.
Okay.
That's another one of the roles he got really in great shape for. But Jonathan Majors, unfortunately, we don't know everything. More details are coming out. They saying that he was alleged to have possibly assaulted his girlfriend.
See, I'm not speaking on that like that. You never know how dudes move behind the doors, so I'm just like, I hope not.
We don't got to go into depth.
Hope not,
we hope it ain't true.
Not.
It's unfortunate either way because you would hope somebody wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
But you would hope the ultimate thing is that the worst action potentially didn't happen and somebody assaulting somebody.
I hope not. Hopefully it was
details are coming out
because he getting all these movies and stuff.
Hopefully his team they saying they got footage and stuff to prove it. We just saw that when we left the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not true because this is a big time for him. It's the biggest time for him. He's blowing up right now, and nobody would want to see anything like that. So we just wish the best for all parties involved. All parties involved.
All parties involved. I hope it's just a misunderstanding that was false. Accusations and stuff like that because we definitely don't need nothing like that.
Absolutely.
Yo, and a super left field thing I was on this week. So since we watched Creed 3 recently, I was in my Wood Harris bag. And
the legendary
Wood Harris. And I rewatched Next Day Air. And I realized
it's been a while since I've seen it.
I'm like, this low key isn't a comedy, yo. It wasn't a comedy, yo. I'm like, yo, this is really serious. Like his character was mad serious in that movie. Like even Mike Epps was the mad serious character that was geeking on some select scenes, but that shit is serious, yo. Package comes in, they can make money off the work, and then they don't rock with each other. They got the ex-con nigga sleeping on the couch. It's a really good movie.
Did you watch it on Tubi?
It actually was on, I believe, Amazon Prime or HBO Max. It's one.
I know it's above. It's been played before the Tubi. What's the name? Super Tubi.
It was Tubi shots.
It is kind of Tubi shots. That's the reason I asked, yo.
It was Tubi.
And salute to it because it's an enjoyable movie. Yo.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely a low budget film. They didn't spend a lot of money on the budget, but I actually still like the movie. But it was very serious. If you get carve out some free time, rewatch that, Wood Harris. Yeah. And when they came in, y'all not taking nothing from me. And then he get clapped up on the thing. It was dramatic. They tried to turn Next Day Air into fucking Training Day real quick when Denzel caught 47. He finally got
he might have caught more than Scarface, yo.
Denzel he got more rounds than Scarface, definitely.
And Queen Latifah got a lot of rounds.
I love when people be redoing that on TikTok when she hit the fug and the song start playing hella sad.
That shit is so sad. Now she hit the high drop.
I was like,
she went out
with the fug hanging off the lip.
Yeah, yo.
That was a classic scene too, yo.
Yeah. I know this was the previous week, but I was like, yo, we gotta talk about it. It's still within a 2-week time frame. That Tyrese video I sent y'all, yo.
Yo, that was the funniest shit. Matter of fact, you got the video? Yo, you gotta play that, motherfucker.
I can't play the what's the name right now. But
did you send it on Twitter?
I might have.
I'ma look.
It's either group chat, Twitter. It's probably group chat or Twitter. So the video is with Tyrese at I guess he's promoting his album because
I was scared.
He was on R&B Money. I rocks with that podcast heavy. So I guess he's promoting this new album that's gonna probably when we coming out and stuff like that. And he was on Sway in the Morning, And it's not funny, but it's funny. But it's funny because Tyrese is so dramatic. So Tyrese basically describing now his relationship with his, I ain't getting into that too much, but his ex-wife dropping the kid off. And Tyrese gets up so dramatic, like, yeah, so I don't understand how she can have no more feelings. Basically, like, I'm paraphrasing. He was like, so he gets up, he takes the headset off, gets away from the mic. Sway looking at him like, what the heck going on, yo? And he like, so I'm looking out the window. So he's standing in the corner of like the studio set, and he like, I'm just looking out. he like, I'm looking out. And I'm watching her. And she just drops the baby off. And there's no emotion there.
Yo.
And I'm like, how could you have no emotion after all we've been through in this house? It don't matter anyway, but this house. The house we made love. The house we had kids. We were building. How could you just do that and leave like there was nothing we had?
Yo, that nigga's
and
crazy.
I'm like, yo, Tyrese.
I think I found it. I gotta find it. Yo,
and Sway just looking there like,
yo, did they delete it?
I don't know. You probably can find it on YouTube real fast.
All right.
Yo,
it's this one, right?
Yes.
Why when I click on it, it ain't?
We had a field day, yo.
That shit is hilarious, yo.
Now we can just talk about it, yo. Forget it. And I might add something after, but we was all having a field day in the chat after because it was crazy, yo.
Bro, you can't act like that after a breakup. I'm gonna just keep it a bean with you, yo. Like, I respect your music and your movies and all that. Like, I just gave a whole Baby Boy breakdown, but that's creep shit, yo. Like, you gotta chill, yo. I get having your emotions invested in a relationship and all that, but like, yo, you can't be crazy after, yo. That was weird, yo. I'm like, yo, that's some scary shit, like, yo.
Yo, and then he was like,
peeping out the blinds in the dark instead of coming out and being just getting your baby from your baby mother, like, thank you. Have a good day, yo. Like, boom.
It was like, dope, maybe
he peeps out the blinds and waits for the nanny to get the baby from while he's looking through the blinds, checking her reaction.
It's crazy, yo.
Psycho shit.
I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I think I said, I was like, I think I know why she left him. Like,
yo, crazy, nigga. That's crazy shit.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, all seriousness, I'm like, yo, dog, maybe she just moved on, yo. The emotion's not there because she's...
And not even to sound hard, you gotta charge that to the game.
Yeah,
because like
that's a fact.
You being weird.
That's a fact.
With niggas that think like that, you being weird like that, right? Crying, breakdown, you try to scare her into liking you or anything. Like, what is that? She's not happily there.
Especially,
it's gone. If it's gone, you gotta accept it, even if you got the lower end of the short end of the stick.
Even if like, all right. So there's a thing like initially, a lot of people post joint, they might act out of character. But you gotta, it's been a while since they've been, I don't know all the information. I don't follow Shade Room. I don't do all that type of stuff. So, and we just having fun with it. But like, also lessons in it. Like, it's been some good time removed from it. It's like, yo, you should have like understood by now. It's not like no initial emotion joint. It's like, come on, man. But yeah, without all the serious stuff, lesson in that. But like, it was just funny. Like, anybody got to watch that clip because he was so dramatic. And Sway was just sitting there like, yo, I'm just gonna let him go, yo. Like, and let him go. It's just mad funny, yo. Salute to Tyrese though, because Tyrese been around for years doing this thing, but God bless him. I think he in a new situation or so. But yeah, that's mad funny, yo.
Yeah, he definitely needed something because that shit was weird, yo. Honestly, yo. I call a spade when it's like that. Like, yo, you would make if you text her like that, saying that same story that you gave on the radio, what you think her response would be, champ? I'm gonna just let that settle on y'all minds for a minute. Do y'all watch Harlem? Your lady?
I watched some of the first season. It wasn't bad, but I just was cool.
I finished season 2 in like a day and a half, 2 days. Mm-hmm. It's like 30-minute episodes, 8 episodes. I was locked in, yo. Mm-hmm. That shit hard. Now, I was by myself. Uh-huh. Harlem is hard. Y'all already know I love Megan Good. I love Quinn. I gotta look up Quinn, the actress's name, because she actually was in one of the previews we saw today. Mm-hmm. the black horror film. I don't know how I feel about that yet, but I
God.
want to see y'all get y'all
What is it
back,
called?
So,
it's called.
I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing.
What's the joint called? It's called The Black. What is the horror film called?
Blacklisted,
something
I don't
like that.
know. It was just.
But anyway,
Reach.
It was. Me and Mike, we said it was
Grace Byers. That's Quinn,
okay.
And that's also the lady in the new film.
Yeah, that horror comedy, I guess it was. It looked like low hanging fruit. No disrespect, salute to them. Hopefully it's good though. I don't want to. You never want to. But I don't know.
Then they had Shorty from Insecure that was
Molly.
Yeah, Molly from Insecure. Yeah. I'm like.
And then it looked like they was giving out whole scenes in it, and it just wasn't. I don't know.
That's how I was breathing in the theater, yo.
Bro, that
shit was blowing me.
That's how everybody in the theater was.
I'm like, yo, why, yo? What are we doing right now? Thanks, guys, I guess.
Yeah. But as far as all of that, man, that boxing, Mike.
Yes. Yeah, it was great. We had some great fights last night. We were blessed to watch. First off, my brother's the Justice Warrior, so I need to tell Showtime to stop playing with me, yo. If I pay $75 for your fight and I got the Showtime app on my PlayStation 4, I should be able to watch the pay-per-view, and especially if that's the only way you can stream it. Yeah. I had to go through a whole hassle. Like, I was stressing out before you got here. Had to connect my laptop to the TV so we could watch the fights anyway. But without further ado, and I'm going to have a Justice Warrior get on y'all too. I'm going to just have Rich research it first. But how'd you feel about the Benavidez? Well, first off, we had Colbert. Well, it was the Benavidez Cater Plant fight, but one of the cards of that night was very controversial.
Yeah.
And that was the Colbert and Valenzuela fight.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was a clear loss, bro.
It was a good fight. It
was a good fight.
Colbert won. Colbert,
Colbert.
I think it's Colbert.
Or Colbert. It might actually be Colbert.
It don't matter.
I think about it.
But it matters, but it don't matter.
Yeah.
He was fighting. He had moments with. First of all, the first round, they fight.
He got plucked with that rocked. First when that overhand right.
And one of the big things
snuffed his ass.
He does not know how to hold.
He doesn't know how to hold.
I told you I was questioning his corner.
And I don't. What's the? You know boxing. Like what's the when you switch your stance, like your stand, like he was stand the same way and keep getting hit with the same combos, wouldn't clinch, like yo change, yeah, like move your feet or something. Yeah, please.
He didn't know how to hold. There was several times.
And he's fast and he's nice, so it's like it's frustrating when you see somebody that's athletically talented but just not doing the right things.
I mean, the first few rounds. First couple, maybe 3 rounds, the guy clearly was winning.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had a couple rounds in between where it was like they was exchanging some rounds.
But a lot of them was even.
He was. It was. I could see when it was getting muddy, and he had a couple rounds that I thought he clearly won.
Mm-hmm.
But then the fight get later, he's getting hurt repeatedly at some point in a lot of these rounds.
Yes.
And the fight going on, and he loses the end basically, and we like, oh, this fight is clearly
yeah,
going to the other dude.
Clearly going to
the other dude was just timing him better. Colbert had good speed. He would get some good combos. He was talking to himself a lot in the ring and, trying to pump himself up because you could tell he was trying to will himself through the fight. Because one thing we did say, I was questioning his corner, teaching him how to hold, giving him smart advice for how to get out of tricky situations.
Yeah, he was just letting it happen.
Yeah. But one thing I will say is he was a dog.
He was a dog.
He was not trying to get beat up in that. He was fighting to the end.
Honestly, after that first round when he survived that, because that was a hard shot and blind.
Yeah.
Because it was like he throwing a shot and he just caught him slipping.
We're going to get into too much, but we're going to say, like, I was watching, I was like, Tank would have, he would have
Tank would have killed him.
With the punch that he got caught with, Tank would have caught him with that same left.
Yeah.
Out cold. We talking about people jumping in the ring, fanning him. Like, it would have been that bad, yo. So at 135, Colbert want to avoid that.
Yeah, so but Colbert lost that fight. Mm-hmm. Like, you lost that fight, bro.
We get to the end of the fight, and they call in the scorecards, and nobody's expecting this.
Nobody.
It was a unanimous decision for Colbert, right?
And we were an unbiased opinion. We didn't care. We just watched the fight like, clearly he lost. Like, you got knocked down, and you lost majority of the rounds. And the rounds that you won was like, it still was a toss-up. So, I don't know.
Before he even spoke, they did the interviews. I was like, I feel bad for him.
That's that FanDuel Sportsbook. That's that sports betting shit. And I'm not going to blame it all on FanDuel Sportsbook, but that's that sports betting shit because it didn't even make sense. So maybe the odds was too crazy, and they was like, crazy. Somebody made the call from the from the Continental.
They was in Vegas.
He can't win tonight.
It was crazy, and like I said before, they even started interviewing. I was like, I feel for I feel for him because I was like, it's gotta be emotional. You train so many weeks, and then you get robbed.
Yeah. And he was the undercard. He was not the favorite in that fight.
And he was talking about how he trained like 3 or 4 months or something like that. And he was like a lot of stuff. And he was about to cry.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
I felt bad
he's
for
about
him.
to cry. And I felt for him, yo. And then Colbert, like, yo, we could run it back. You know he's not going to run it back.
Nah,
he's talking. He's not doing it. But he was like, you can run it
Honestly,
back.
Colbert, you should get out of there.
Then he had the cheesy
that
look on his face.
no
He was
joke.
like, I won. I was like, yo, I couldn't rock with it. Not saying you got to say you lost, but the way he was doing, you could tell that like whatever. I know I lost, but whatever. Forget him, he's a sucker. And all that running back, I'm like, he ain't running it back with him. They about to move on. When they normally rob a guy like that, they ain't doing it to run it back. They doing it for you to get past him. Because they didn't expect him to lose to him. Because he just came off a loss. They were trying to put him in there with somebody. And I told y'all, the matchmakers didn't do a good matchmaking job because she shouldn't have been put in there with a southpaw.
Yeah.
You never put a guy in there with a southpaw.
Because it was tricky.
On his comeback. It was too tricky. He was catching them with blind shots.
And he got pieced up the last time, so you got to build his confidence first, yo. You got to build him up to back to who he was. Like, they let him go in there. Because he lost that fight, fans. Like, anybody that saw that fight and said he didn't lose just doesn't understand boxing, to be honest.
Yeah. You got to... I hope they get the running back. And I hope that dude wins if they do.
Hopefully Valenzuela get his get back, yo, because you deserve a shot, yo.
Yeah, that was messed up, but and that's with that one. But
on to that main card, that Caleb Plant Benavidez, it was a great fight, dog. Like I really first off, fight nights always when Zay, my little cousin pull up, Rich pull up, everybody pull up. It's just great time. So I've been loving the boxing week, been getting that experience. This was one of the great fights. I really did think Benavidez was gonna like beat Caleb Plant up really, really bad. He was gonna get knocked out like early, just because of the Canelo result. Like I'm like, this dude might be like a perfect match for Canelo type shit. So Caleb Plant, your game plan was strong. Yo, you showed you're a warrior, bro. Like that's I feel like any fight fan has to have respect for this dude now. Like, bro, because it was a few rounds we was like, please throw in the towel, yo. I don't want him to. I don't even know how he was still standing up.
So, bro, as we know, we've been looking forward to this fight.
Yes.
For a while.
Yes.
They've been going at it for years now. Mm-hmm. So when I remember we was talking about some of the fights that wasn't getting made. But remember when they first announced this fight?
Yes.
We was sending it to this about to happen. We was pumped for this fight. Like we were legitimately pumped and couldn't wait for it to come.
And it was no bluffing.
Yeah,
like, that shit happened exactly when they said it would.
You could feel the animosity. You know they don't like each other. They've been having war words. You could tell they want to harm each other and do real harm. There was no respect and love there. Mm-hmm. At the end, there was respect. But on
both sides.
Yes.
Both sides.
So just to start the breakdown, so the fight happened, and Caleb Plant come out with a great game plan. Him and Bradman, excellent trainer. He trained, oh my gosh, dude from Philly. I can't think of his name right now, but he beat up Jared Hurd. I think he was the first one to give Jared Hurd his L. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. But anyway, so they came out using distance, but Caleb Plant didn't come out and just jab and move him.
Yeah, he had a perfect game plan.
He was staying in the pocket, using head movement, using footwork, doing small things.
He was frustrating him, moving his body and not letting himself be an easy target for a long time, which is hard to do in boxing.
Clapping it with clean shots.
He was hitting him with this, the old Floyd. I'm gonna just keep pawing out and then just pop you, run around, get up under, frustrate you, hit you again, move.
Benavidez just couldn't get his timing right.
Yeah.
And the announcers are getting annoyed, like, oh my gosh, he's just not throwing as many punches as we expect. I'm like, yo, y'all been around boxing in the game long enough to understand when it's two fighters at that level, typically you're not just gonna beat up somebody.
It's not a slugfest, yo.
Because that other guy's doing something. They keep saying like, oh, he's not throwing punches. Like there's something wrong with him tonight. No, the other guy is doing something where he can't throw the punches the way he would normally throw against other guys. So like the first 5 out of the first 6 rounds, Caleb Plant may have won 5 at least. at the least. Some could say all 6, some could say 4 out of 2, but he won the majority convincingly of the first half of the fight. But as I was saying, as the fight was rolling on, Caleb, like Canelo,
that
power and size.
Power.
Because they're really,
Benavidez
is really a 175-pound fighter who can get into 168.
Now what I'm thinking
it's going to start weighing him down.
He caught Caleb Plant with like a crazy left hook to the body.
Yeah.
Because I remember when his right arm just like he only picked it up to throw a punch. Like he like nah, whatever happened. Prayers up actually to Caleb Plant today. I wonder how he's feeling today. Like that was because it was an excellent fight on both ends, but he took a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
Yo.
It was crazy. He definitely took a lot of punishment. So eventually, Benavidez starts finally getting closer, closing that distance. Caleb Plant's doing stuff. He's still making him think. But the shots, the heavier shots, even if Plant was outlanding him, maybe the heavier and more significant blows was definitely Benavidez that second half of the fight. It got to the point where after the body shots, then I pointed out like the overhand right.
Yes.
Just kept getting through, yo.
Because remember his face was leaking.
Yes.
What was it? The 10th and 11th round.
That's when get to that.
Oh, my bad.
But one of the things I want to point out that you was pointing out, and I was talking about how the dirty boxing and the art of dirty boxing. Remember what you were saying about how Benavidez's height, and how good he was on the inside.
Pipe and punching the clinch. That's the first like tall, lanky dude I ever seen that was able to land like hooks, effective hooks in the clinch, like to the body, to the head. I'm like. That's weird because his arm is almost like coming back. Like it was just like unorthodox, weird punches. And
understanding angles and stuff up close.
Oh, and them under uppercuts was crazy.
Lifting his arms and going under it, like just slick little stuff. Yeah, man. He was getting it, and it was just exciting. But the 10th and definitely 11th round, we was like, throw in the towel.
Oh, that was a test of the will. Yeah, no, that shit was scary, yo.
Nah.
Because we seen niggas die from shit like that and like really get hurt really bad from that. So it's like
we seen
when you see a dude where they just getting dominated, they can't really do nothing.
Gosh.
They not moving, they not able to clinch. But
the end of the 10th was questionable. That's when we thinking they should have probably threw it in. But instead they want him to go. Give him another chance to get a breather and then go into the next round. But the 11th round was worse.
That shit was crazy.
I thought they was going to stop it. I guess they figured it was so close and he was an ex-champion. They wanted to give him a chance. He was still trying, but he was getting beat up badly. The 12th round, he had a few moments on it. It wasn't as bad, and they closed it out. All in all, excellent fight,
yo.
Excellent fight.
And they got respect for each other, yo.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely
worth it. Well worth it.
Every
card too.
The card, top to
Showtime stuff. I feel like Showtime, even though y'all bullshit on the app, and y'all probably gonna fix it after this episode, but y'all have stepped it up on the cards. Cause from what it was on that last big tank fight, not the last tank fight, but the tank fight before last, when it was just trash undercards, like, bro, thank you, yo. Y'all finally getting it right. Y'all getting it so, cause that ESPN Plus, it was fights on last night too on there, and it's like, yo, we don't want to have to be cutting back and forth between services and stuff. So, yeah, we appreciate y'all putting on that show like that, man.
Yeah. Excellent across the board. Thank y'all for that. You want to touch a couple topics before we get out of here?
Yeah, but I also wanted to touch on with Benavidez calling out Canelo. And I'm Team Nello. I'm Nello Nation no matter how many times you lose, win, whatever, regardless. Down. Yeah. What you think, him and Benavidez?
I think it's a good fight. I think there's things that Canelo could do, but I also know Canelo is getting up there and has had a lot of tough fights. And you always got to be ready for a hungry, young fighter. He's hungry. He wants you. He's been watching, trying to get to you.
Yeah.
And Canelo, how many more fights? I keep thinking Canelo don't probably want more. I don't know, but I feel like he don't probably want more.
Yeah, why would you want more extra hard fights?
And I see things that Canelo can do, some body work, some head movement, but ultimately I think it could get very tricky for Canelo because Canelo be gassing, man.
Yeah.
And Benavidez, you don't want to gas against. Canelo, but what I said is the dangerous thing is Benavidez got this fight before that because there's certain things Caleb Plant introduced that he has to work on now that he may be able to work on that and make him even better for the Canelo fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what's going to make it tough. Either way, that's an explosive fight.
Yeah.
That has to happen.
It is.
And it's arguably probably the biggest money fight Canelo can make.
It is the biggest money
fight. I know
fight.
He wanted to kind of see if he can get Earl Spence at some point, but they're so far away. It's just not happening. Earl Spence still got Terrence Crawford stuff, so
And
like,
what is Benavidez? Is he 175?
He's 175.
Okay.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, so
and
he's
even
bigger.
that's a big.
No, I don't want Canelo to go back to that.
It's a big fight, but also
I don't want Canelo to go back to that
Benavidez
weight
is not
class.
like a popular fight. It's so money wise, that risk doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Canelo. The biggest fight he can make is with Caleb playing.
What about Benavidez and then Benavidez if he goes up? Because I feel like he's naturally that size.
Eventually, I mean, it's a slugfest.
There ain't that much eventual with him because that nigga is old now. That would be the sluggish fest of all time.
Slugfest. Somebody's getting knocked out.
Yeah, somebody's gonna hurt themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And we always gotta say rest in peace to Big Reese. We got episode 253 Coach Class Pod. Wait, is it 253?
Yes,
253 Coach Class Pod. Like, rate, subscribe. We appreciate all the engagement. Comment on both videos that we put up. I want to know how y'all felt about the fight, and please tap in with us with that John Wick. And Rich, we miss you. I love you.
Absolutely.
You my brother. I love doing this with you. I was low-key sad you couldn't come around this weekend, but you know it's all love. We back to it. And I want to know, you better see goddamn John Wick before the next time we record. And I'm pointing at you and I'm calling you out because you're my brother, and I would say the same shit to you in person. Come on. I need to know your opinion on this because this shit was crazy, though.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. And without further ado, thank y'all. And thank you, Zay. I appreciate this, man. It's been a job, yo. It's been great. It's been beautiful doing this and building with the homies, dog.
Absolutely.
They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life. They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life.